Sometimes life hands you an unfavorable hand. Trust me, I've had my share. But we all have them, and instead of letting my mind spiral into desolate places, feeling like there's no hope for humanity, or never leaving my house for fear of every bad thing imaginable happening to me, I've learned that some things you just have to surrender to, and trying to control life all the time will end up controlling you. Even though life is unpredictable, we have so much power over our response to certain events, and seeing the silver lining in everything will change your life. So here are some things that help me surrender and help me from spiraling into a dark place. My self-care routine. I may not do these things every day, but I definitely do them at least once a week, and they're not necessarily profound, but just reminders of the simple things that you can do every single day that can change the course of your life. Reading has always been one of my favorite things to do in this life. It's just so wild how words can transport you to a completely different world. And unfortunately for me, I like really thick books like the Bhagavad Gita or a lot of random spiritual texts, which are just huge and not reasonable for me to carry around New York. So sometimes I like to listen to audiobooks, and I really like them because you have so many pieces of amazing literature at your fingertips, and you can also download them so that you can listen to these books on the subway or anytime that you don't want notifications buzzing on your phone. Another thing I really love about Audible is the recommendation section, because I haven't heard of any other place that can recommend you books that you might enjoy. I just think that's amazing. I always have The Cosmos downloaded onto my phone by Carl Sagan, which was originally a show and then they turned it into an audiobook, and this just gives me so much hope, gives me so much perspective. It's also something that you can really easily access. Like if you are lying in bed just feeling completely unmotivated, you can just start playing a book and maybe that will inspire you, and that's usually what it does for me. To get 3 months of Audible for just $6.95 a month, which is less than half of the regular price, go to audible.com/Hitomi or text Hitomi to 500 500. Cleaning is one of my very first self-care tips, which is really simple and basic, but it's instant satisfaction. If you spend 10 minutes cleaning, you will feel the benefits of it immediately, and I just really love that. It can also motivate you to try to get other stuff done. I have this shameful pile of stuff that always builds up by my bed and the dishes in the sink, but I feel like I subconsciously let things pile up just so that I can clean them extremely meticulously, because it seriously just stimulates my brain and makes my brain happy to just organize everything and put things in certain places where I decide that they belong. And once I've cleaned everything in my apartment, I clean my damn self. And every time I take a shower, I like to visualize the water cleansing me and purifying my energy. It's a really nice meditation that I do every time I hop in the shower. And recently, skincare has been such a big part of my life, especially the past year. So I cleanse my face twice a day, and on my self-care weeks or days, I really love to do a face mask just for the fun of it. And my dermatologist said it doesn't do anything that beneficial for your skin, in all honesty, but I just really like the whole notion of doing it, and I do feel like it definitely cleans my pores and really gets in there more than just rinsing my face off. So I really love doing that. And I also love putting fresh aloe vera on my skin. It's really good for fine lines and wrinkles, and I just feel like my skin loves it. Eating breakfast might be something that a lot of you guys do naturally, but for some reason I just never eat breakfast lately, and that means by noon I'm starving, ravenous, and I end up eating something really unhealthy, something that doesn't make me feel good because I'm too starving to cook something healthy for myself. So I've been really trying to eat breakfast as part of my self-care routine, and warm hemp milk has been like the best thing lately. I add turmeric, cinnamon, and black pepper to help me absorb the turmeric. I honestly don't know if I'm ever saying turmeric right, but it's fine. And this morning I added a mix of my partner's cereals. I don't normally eat this kind of cereal. I really like oatmeal, but this is all I had, and it was honestly delicious. Like, I guess I never really drank hot, warm milk, but I totally get the appeal of it and I'm obsessed. And I also feel like breakfast for vegans is like made for adding hemp seeds and chia seeds and like all superfoods to one bowl. And I really love it. So breakfast is good. I'm not always good at prioritizing community because I'm such an independent person by nature, but when I do, I feel so inspired, so understood, and generally excited about life. It has taken time to build a family of safe friends, but it's worth the struggle of finding those really good people. Creation is something that I feel like I've reconditioned myself about a long time ago, and I just feel like a lot of people hesitate from certain art forms because they don't think that they'd be good at them, but I'm going to read you this quote right now that I really like. Practicing an art, no matter how well or badly, is a way to make your soul grow. For heaven's sake, sing in the shower, dance to the radio, tell stories, write a poem to a friend, even a lousy poem. Do it as well as you possibly can. You will get an enormous reward. You will have created something. Kurt Vonnegut. I truly feel this way, and the greatest reward, in my opinion, is the meditative feeling creation inspires. Because when you're creating, for the most part, you are existing completely in the present with every brushstroke or every dance move. Getting dressed to me is definitely an art form. It's one of my favorite forms of expression. And so when I have a self-care day, I really like to wear pieces that like inspire me or that I feel really comfortable in. And it completely can change your attitude. Lately, I've been really into wearing pajamas outside in New York because it has been really cold. And so I have my favorite vintage pajamas with my plaid coat, and I don't care if anything matches. It's just really fun, cozy, and comfortable. And I feel like people always smile at me when I'm wearing this outfit. But sometimes I'll dress up like to the max just to stay inside because I just want to decorate myself and see how it feels, like what energy different pieces of clothing can inspire. I love working out, and this may not be a popular opinion, but when I can't make it to the gym, it's really important, I feel like, for my mental health to do some kind of exercise. So these are the few butt exercises that I do. These are really basic donkey kicks, and I do about 35 reps of these 4 times. These are hydrants, I think they're called, but you just kind of swing your leg to the side. These are leg lifts, so just tap your toe to the floor and then kick them up. And then I do another round of these, just going halfway down to just really use my glutes, and it feels really good. You can definitely start to feel a burn. And same thing with these, you just kind of kick up and tap your foot to each side of your body. And then the last butt workout that I do are these little circles with my leg. And then same thing for abs. I just really like to do circuits of these, just bringing my elbow to my opposite knee. And I do these very slowly so that I can really feel my core being engaged. And this is a pretty decent workout for at home if I do all of these things. These are leg lifts. And for some reason, I just really love doing ab workouts. I've been doing this since I was really young, since like 6th grade. I just really liked working out. And I don't know, I feel comfortable doing it at home, sometimes more so than the gym. And then after that, I do these kind of scissor kicks. And if you do these, try to go as low as you can without letting your back lift off the floor too much. And then some of my favorites are planks. I either do plank dips or I will kind of reach my hand under my body. And that is so good for toning your obliques. So yeah, another thing that I do is when I'm cooking or waiting for things in my apartment, even waiting for a video to export, I'll just start doing jump squats or lunges or any kind of booty workouts that I feel like, and it's just a really good way to pass the time and actually get something done. So I'm really into like sneaky ways to work out. Lately, I've been a bit of a junk food vegan, so what I've been doing to counteract that is have at least one meal a day that's full of veggies, and I recommend all of you guys do this. Just one meal dedicated to greens. I've been loving broccoli rabe and kale. I just steam them with roasted sesame seeds, nutritional yeast, turmeric, and salt and pepper. Also, I delete Instagram every so often, and I highly recommend you do it. You're definitely not going to miss out on anything. And lastly, but definitely not least, are mindfulness practices. You guys know how much yoga and meditation has been such a big part of my healing journey. So every single day I practice some sort of yoga, breath work, or meditation. And specifically on my self-care days, I love to be super extra with candles all around and flowers and just go the extra mile to make myself feel special, because we need to do that for ourselves sometimes. And even the act of like showing up on my yoga mat is an act of self-care, because I'm dedicating time to breathing and meeting myself in the present moment. And it's really just fun because I can be in the worst mood ever, land on my yoga mat, do a few poses or a breathwork practice, and feel like an entirely different person 15 minutes later. And that's just so incredible. And on my self-care days, I really like using my yoga blocks because they just make for a super soothing, restorative yoga practice that feels like really good in every part of my body. So those are some of the things that I do in my self-care routine. I would love to know some of yours. I do think that everyone probably should have a little bit of a different one depending on their lifestyle, but these are simple things that I truly feel have changed my life over the past year. And I may do a part 2 of this, but until next time, shout out to Audible for sponsoring this video, and don't forget to check my link in the bio or text 500-500 to get 3 months of Audible for just $6.95 a month, which, like I said, is more than half off the regular price, so be sure to give yourself the gift of listening. I love you guys so much, and I hope that you can begin to love yourself in whatever way you need in each moment, and I'll see you in a video soon. Bye!